more and more players that are kind of chiming in. Max Scherzer is the latest who says that the free agency, the way it is right now, it's poisoning the game. That you can tell some teams just aren't trying to win. Baseball free agency was always described as an auction, but now there are guys like Bryce Harper, Manny Machado, Craig Kimbrell, Dallas Keuchel. They all remain unsigned as teams are actually in Florida and Arizona for spring training.
Right. How many guys besides Machado and Bryce are out there? How many big sort of free agents?
Well, I just ripped off 4 right there.
Yeah. I think there's over 100.
Over 100.
That's what I saw the other day.
100 free agents, but
sure, will be on a roster.
20
good players.
But what Scherzer said is teams now go to the media and say they don't want you to kill interest. They discuss not wanting players. We know every intention of every single team. He says it should not be happening. No other sport has this in free agency.
All right. Did you read the Bauer Cleveland arbitration stuff where I guess it's the second year in a row where Bauer's been in arbitration with the Indians? And, it gets dicey. You don't really want to do that because your feelings can get hurt in there. He said the last 10 minutes was just full-blown character assassination.
Oh, really?
Of him. Oh, yeah.
Just murdering him?
He ended up winning, though.
Oh, he did?
Yeah. I think the team wanted to give him 11. He wanted 13. He got his 13. I think he won last year, too.
Love to be in that arbitration.
But he said it's brutal. Like, here you are going to play, give them all your blood, sweat, and tears and everything, and they're just destroying you.
Eric, do you want to hear Davey Martinez talking about Bryce?
Sure.
Since spring training started, I guess the first questions he got were about Bryce and his future.
I want to hear.
But for me, it's like focusing on the day, focusing on the guys that we have here. Like I said, the present day. I can't control what happens tomorrow, the next day. But we're going to focus on the guys we have today and get them ready to play. Regardless of what happens to Bryce, we got to be ready to play now, and that's going to be our focus.
What's it like coming in the locker room and you don't see Harper on top of one of the lockers?
Hey, it's definitely different. He's an unbelievable player, and I built this really good relationship with Bryce, and I wish him all the best.
Wish him all
He's
the
preparing
best.
for
That's
life.
the telltale sign right there.
Yeah.
It's over.
It sounds like it's over
That's
right there.
so over.
When you're saying best wishes,
Yeah. It's over.
Yeah, but again, that decision's going to be made so far above his head.
That's true.
So,
But the writing's on the wall.
Don't hold out hope.
well, I got to feel bad for him and all the teammates because they're probably just inundated with questions nonstop about it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do about it. What are they supposed to do?
All right, here's a scenario.
Robles and Soto better produce this year. It's all I'll
they
say.
have to. Here's a scenario, though, where maybe Bryce could still come back. So Philly reportedly still hasn't given an offer, right? They're interested, but they still haven't.
Playing the waiting game.
What if they do sign Machado? Or they say, you know what, we don't believe the Nats, they're still real players, so we're going to offer you 8 years, $265 million or something. Whatever. Something outrageous, but not his big number. And then the Giants, they're sticking to their guns. They only want to go short term. They only want to go 5 years, whatever, I don't know, $180 million or something.
5 years is short term, but I guess for what Bryce wants,
he wants, right?
term.
And so then he goes back to the Nats, and he says he wants the 10-year, $300 million offer again, and it kind of puts him in a spot.
Look, they're still in the mix.
So maybe it could happen.
Signed.
Maybe it could happen.
It just doesn't sound good when your coach, your manager is saying best wishes.
Well, I think you got to assume he's not going to be there. And then if he does show up, it's a ginormous bonus. But that's a scenario that could play out. Philly just signs him. They're still in on the Machado, right? Philly?
Supposedly.
Yeah. Philly signs Machado. He doesn't want the short-term deal, and there's nothing else. So he comes crawling back to the Nats and says, you know what? I'll take the 10 years, $300 million.
And then they say, oh, it's now 10 years, $250 million.
Oh, well,
take that, Bryce.
Then he won't do that.
Take that. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they do that?
$25 million.
He won't do that. It's just too much humble pie.
Why? If the Phillies offer is $265 and you made it $300, he comes crawling back. Why wouldn't you make it $280?
You definitely lessen the offer.
All right.
Yeah, awful businessman.
All right. All right.
All right.
All that Shark Tank you watch. You can't figure that out?
If you want to chime in, 800-636-1067.
I'm looking at it for Bryce's perspective.